Mama June, Pumpkin, Efird downgrades as fans are disgusted. Mama June, from not to hot star Pumpkin Efird has downgraded big time. Fans are disgusted with her choices and her new boyfriend, Darren Kitchens. After a new video surfaced, fans are disgusted with what they have seen. Also, they are confused as to why Pumpkin would leave Josh for someone who treats her like this. There is a lot to uncover when it comes to this. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Pumpkin Efird gets divorced, leaves Josh. Pumpkin and Josh Efird were married for years. They had 4 children together, and fans thought they were in a good spot. However, that all changed when they revealed that they were getting a divorce. This was a shock for fans, as this was not something they ever expected. However, it was then revealed that Pumpkin left Josh for his cousin, Darren. Since the two have been together, no one has been impressed with Darren or Pumpkin. A lot of fans have been on Josh's side about it all. However, both of them moved on fairly quickly as Josh already has another daughter with his new girlfriend. Both of them seem to be happier, but fans are not impressed with Pumpkin's new choice in men. Fans disgusted as she majorly downgrades. Fans are disgusted by Darren and how badly Pumpkin downgraded. In a new video, fans realized how bad Darren is to her. Yikes. Pumpkin is not getting any support right now. It seems as though people are disgusted by Darren. They do not understand why Pumpkin would leave Josh for this. However, she seems to be happy. Although fans are wondering if she is just blind to how he actually treats her. Regardless, Josh is now in a new relationship as well. He recently welcomed another daughter into the world with his new beau. What do you think about this? Do you think Darren is gross? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts. The Mama June universe is never short of drama, but the latest twist has fans buzzing with shock and disappointment. Lauren Pumpkin Efird, June Shannon's daughter, has reportedly taken a big step backward in her personal life, and viewers are calling it a downgrade. For years, Pumpkin has been praised as the most stable, responsible member of the Shannon family, often stepping up to raise her younger siblings when June was spiraling. But now, as new details about her latest choices surface, fans are lashing out, saying they are disgusted by what they see as Pumpkin lowering her standards and throwing away the progress she's worked so hard to build. Pumpkin has long carried the weight of her family on her shoulders. When Mama June disappeared into her battles with addiction and bad relationships, it was Pumpkin who fought to keep the family together. She took in Alana, Honey Boo Boo Thompson, gave her stability, and tried to create a home environment far removed from the chaos their mother created. Fans rallied around Pumpkin, celebrating her resilience and maturity. She became, in many ways, the heart of the Shannon family's redemption arc. But now, whispers about her lifestyle changes, financial struggles, and possible questionable decisions have sparked outrage. The downgrade, being discussed by fans, centers around both her personal and financial situation. Some argue that Pumpkin's latest moves, whether in her living arrangements, her career path, or her relationships, reflect a troubling slide from the strong, independent image she once had. Social media is filled with commentary from fans who once praised Pumpkin but now feel she is falling into the same traps as Mama June. To them, it feels like watching history repeat itself, and that disgust stems from the belief that Pumpkin deserves better. Complicating matters further is the public perception of Mama June's influence. Many fans believe June's toxic patterns are bleeding into Pumpkin's life, creating cycles of instability that are difficult to escape. Despite Pumpkin's determination to break free from the chaos, the constant drama tied to her family makes it almost impossible to keep her reputation clean. For viewers who hoped Pumpkin would permanently rise above, her recent choices feel like a betrayal of that hope. But there is another side to the story. Defenders of Pumpkin argue that the criticism is unfair and overly harsh. They point out that she has carried extraordinary burdens for someone so young, raising kids, managing family drama, and dealing with the glare of reality TV. To them, what outsiders see as a downgrade may simply be a woman trying to survive under pressure few could handle. They argue that fans who are disgusted need to remember that Pumpkin is human, not a flawless hero. This tension between fans' expectations and Pumpkin's reality is at the core of the latest Mama June drama. As the Shannon family continues to attract headlines, every decision they make is magnified under the microscope of public opinion. For Pumpkin, that means every stumble is seen not just as a personal setback, but as a reflection of her ability to rise above her mother's legacy. The road ahead is uncertain. If Pumpkin can regroup, find stability again, and remind fans why they admired her in the first place, this downgrade could be a temporary detour rather than a permanent decline. But if she continues down this path, the disgusted reactions from fans could harden into permanent disillusionment, making it harder for her to reclaim her role as the family's steady anchor. One thing is certain: in the world of Mama June, no family member is immune to chaos, criticism, or controversy. Pumpkin Efird's latest moves prove that even the strongest among them can stumble, and when they do, the public is quick to judge. Whether this is the beginning of a long slide or just a rough patch, fans will be watching closely, torn between disappointment, anger, and hope for a comeback. The drama in the Mama June family continues to spiral, and this time Lauren "Pumpkin" Efird is the one under fire. Once hailed as the strong, steady rock of the Shannon clan, Pumpkin is now being blasted by fans who believe she's slipping into bad habits and making poor choices. Social media is lighting up with disgust, as viewers who once praised her resilience now say she's losing control and downgrading her life in ways that echo her mother June Shannon's notorious patterns. Pumpkin earned widespread admiration for stepping up when Mama June abandoned her responsibilities. She took custody of her younger sister Alana "Honey Boo Boo" Thompson, cared for her own children, and juggled the heavy responsibility of protecting her family while her mother chased chaos. Fans respected Pumpkin for her maturity, calling her the true backbone of the family. But the latest spoilers and behind-the-scenes updates suggest that cracks are showing. Speculation is swirling that Pumpkin's financial situation has worsened, forcing her to make uncomfortable lifestyle changes. Some point to shifts in her home and career, while others highlight tension in her marriage and the stress of raising multiple kids with little support. For fans who once saw Pumpkin as the shining example of stability, these changes feel like a shocking downgrade, and they aren't holding back their disgust. Hasn't stopped there. Many believe Pumpkin is showing signs of slipping into Mama June's cycle of quick fixes, questionable choices, and misplaced priorities. To viewers, it looks like a betrayal of the hard-fought progress she once made, especially in securing Alana's stability and creating a healthier family environment. For those who invested emotionally in Pumpkin as a beacon of hope, her apparent slide feels like déjà vu, like watching the same mistakes replay across generations. But the situation is complicated. Pumpkin's defenders argue that the disgusted fan reaction is unfair, pointing out that she has carried burdens few could manage at her age. She has been raising kids, dealing with her mother's chaos, and living under the scrutiny of reality TV since her teenage years. They insist that what fans label a downgrade may simply be exhaustion, survival tactics, or choices outsiders can't fully understand. Still, the backlash is growing louder. Online threads are filled with disappointed viewers asking if Pumpkin is destined to follow in Mama June's footsteps. Some predict that if she doesn't change course soon, she risks not only losing fan support but also straining her relationships with her siblings, particularly Alana, who has long depended on her for guidance and stability. For Pumpkin, the road forward is critical. If she can regain her footing, she may be able to silence critics and prove that she's still the Shannon family's anchor. But if the slide continues, the disgust and disappointment surrounding her could permanently tarnish the reputation she worked so hard to build. In the world of Mama June, no one is safe from controversy. And now, as Pumpkin Efird faces mounting backlash, fans are left wondering whether she can turn things around, or whether this downgrade marks the beginning of a much bigger downfall. The Mama June saga has always been about chaos, controversy, and shocking family dynamics, but now the spotlight has shifted to Lauren "Pumpkin" Efird in a way that has fans deeply unsettled. Once celebrated as the voice of reason and the glue that held her family together, Pumpkin is now facing harsh criticism as viewers worry she's turning into a younger version of her mother. Social media has exploded with comments from fans saying they see June 2.0 in Pumpkin's latest behavior, and the disgust is palpable. For years, Pumpkin was the Shannon family's saving grace. She fought for custody of Alana "Honey Boo Boo" Thompson when Mama June was battling addiction, stepped into the parental role no teenager should have to shoulder, and raised her own growing family with determination and grit. Viewers respected her resilience, often calling her the true star of the Mama June franchise. But that hard-earned reputation is being chipped away as fans question her recent choices. The June 2.0 comparisons stem from several factors. First, whispers about Pumpkin's financial instability and downgraded lifestyle have shaken fans' faith in her as the stable figure of the family. Some believe she's struggling to maintain her household, making desperate decisions that echo Mama June's history of putting short-term fixes ahead of long-term stability. Second, her strained relationships and rumored conflicts behind the scenes are fueling the belief that the chaos June brought into the family is now resurfacing through Pumpkin. Fans are venting their frustration across social platforms, saying they expected more from Pumpkin. One commenter wrote that it feels like watching a rerun of June's life, only younger. Others insist they're disgusted that the one person who seemed capable of breaking the cycle may now be repeating it. The disappointment runs deep because Pumpkin wasn't just a daughter of Mama June, she was positioned as her foil, the proof that not every Shannon was doomed to chaos. Still, there are loyal supporters defending her. They argue that Pumpkin is under enormous pressure, raising kids in the public eye while juggling family drama that would break anyone else. They believe fans are too quick to judge, pointing out that Pumpkin has always put family first and may simply be going through a rough patch. According to them, it's unfair to compare her struggles to Mama June's well-documented downward spirals. The heart of the issue is perception. Mama June's name has become synonymous with scandal and disaster, and any sign that Pumpkin might be slipping is magnified. Fans want her to succeed, but their fears of history repeating itself have made every misstep feel catastrophic. If Pumpkin cannot stabilize her image and prove she's not following in her mother's footsteps, the June 2.0 label may stick, and that could define her story in the franchise moving forward. For now, Pumpkin stands at a crossroads. Will she reclaim her image as the strong, grounded force who rose above Mama June's mess, or will she continue down a path that fuels comparisons to her mother's chaos? Fans are disgusted, fearful, and divided, but above all, they're watching closely, waiting to see if the cycle will be broken or repeated.